السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ.
وعلیکم السلام ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ.
اچھا چلو پلیز بی سیٹڈ. اچھا ہبت الوارث سدھری تلاوت.
السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ. beloved Huzoor, اعوذ باللہ من الشیطان الرجیم. بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم. اللہ لا الہ الا ہو الحی القیوم لا تأخذہ سنۃ ولا نوم لہ ما فی السماوات وما فی الارض من ذا الذی یشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. جزاكم الله.
جی کیس بھنو ٹرانسلیشن.
السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ. beloved Huzoor,
وعلیکم السلام.
translation of Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 256, Ayatul Kursi. I seek Allah's refuge from the demon Shaitan. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Allah, there is no God save Him, the living, the self-subsisting, and all-sustaining. Slumber seizes Him not, nor sleep. To Him belongs whatsoever is in the heavens and whatsoever is in the earth. Who is He that dare intercede with Him save by His permission? He knows what is before them and what is behind them, and they encompass nothing of His knowledge except what He pleases. His knowledge extends over the heavens and the earth, and the care of them wearies Him not, and He is the High, the Great. Amin. Jazakallah.
جزاک اللہ. اچھا نظم.
السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ. پیارے حضور.
وعلیکم السلام.
کلام حضرت مسیح موعود علیہ السلام.
اے خدا اے کار سازو عیب پوشو کردگار ہے میرے پیارے میرے محسن میرے پروردگار. کس طرح تیرا کروں ہے ظلم شکر و سپاس. وہ زبان لاؤں کہاں سے جس ہو یہ کاروبار. ابتدا سے تیرے ہی سائے میں میرے دن کٹے گود میں تیری رہا میں مثل طفل شیر خوار جو خدا کا ہے اسے للکارنا اچھا نہیں ہاتھ شیروں پر نادار ہے روبے زار و نزار کیوں عجب کرتے ہو گر میں آ گیا ہو کر مسیح خود مسیحائی قدم بھرتی ہے یہ باد بہار آ رہا ہے اس طرف احرار یورپ کا مزاج نبض پھر چلنے لگی مردوں کی ناگاہ زندہ وار ملت احمد کی مالک نے جو ڈالی تھی بنا آج پوری ہو رہی ہے اے عزیزان دیار اے خدا ہے کار سازو ہیب پوشو کردگار کس طرح تیرا کروں اے ظلم شکر و سپاس کس طرح تیرا کروں اے ظلم شکر و سپاس جزاک اللہ
جزاک اللہ. Translation Salma Noor, Ali Bakshan, Arifa Hosni.
Dear beloved Huzoor, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. O God, the mender of affairs, the coverer of vices, the creator. O my dear, my benefactor and my Lord, how can I praise thee and render thanks, O gracious one? Wherefrom I find that tongue that can accomplish it. From the beginning, I spent my days under thy shade. I stayed in thy lap, like as a babe fed on milk. It is not sensible to dare him who is a man of God. Don't lay your hand on lions, O frail and feeble fox.
Why do you wonder if I've come as the Messiah? The spring breeze itself is laced with the messianic spirit. The free people of Europe are leaning this way. The pulse of the dead has suddenly revived like the living. The base that was laid by the master of Ahmad's community, it is getting completed today, O dear ones in the land. Jazakallah.
جزاک اللہ. اچھا. No excerpt from the book of the Prophet Messiah alayhi Islam. Who is Secretary Waqfe now? You are not going to read any passage from the book of the Prophet Messiah? No?
No, Huzoor.
Acha, chalo. Now you give me your brief report. Maavna Waqfe now.
Yes, beloved Huzoor, Jazakallah for granting us this blessed mulaqat. I'm going to present the report of Waqfe now. We have 114 Waqfe now girls in Mauritius. There are 15 girls from 0 to 4 years old. We have 18 girls from 5 to 11 years old at primary level. We have 34 girls from 12 to 17 years old on a secondary level. And we have 48 Waqfe now girls above 18 years old. 27 is still doing the tertiary studies, is still doing or have already completed the tertiary studies, and we have 57 Waqf Now Lajna. Till now, we have 42 Waqf Now confirmation. Among the 18 years and above, we have 17 working Waqf Now and 21 non-working Waqf Now. And we have 78 is still single and 10 married. We usually have our Waqf Now class every Sunday, where we follow the syllabus, and we have Quran class, Urdu, Arabic, Dinyat, and Tajweed. And this year, a new Tabligh class have been implemented. And for this year, exams this year, due to COVID, we could not complete the syllabus, so we could not do all the exams, but we have done 2 assessments. And Waqf Now department usually organizes outings and tarbiyat camps. And for we have on the national level, we have general meetings where girls also participate along with their parents. For next year, inshallah, we have planned to organize meetings with different age group Waqf Now parents, starting as from those who are just born, and target and address the needs for the specific age group of Waqf Now. We have also planned to include speeches on Waqf Now in Lajna Ijlas. At national level, we are already having, for both boys and girls, general meetings with their parents where Murabbiyan address them. We are also planning on having frequent special tarbiyat meetings with all age groups. And we also plan to involve more Waqf Now as from a very young age in Jamaat works. And please, beloved Huzoor, please pray that Allah Ta'ala enable us to perform our duty with taqwa. And we are successful in implementing the plans we have decided for the next year.
That's all, or there's some more?
That's all.
Okay then. Jazakallah. Yes.
I will humbly request Huzoor to advise us on how to encourage more parents to dedicate their unborn child to the Jamaat, and encourage those who are already Waqf Now to be more involved and do more Jamaat works.
Ask them to listen to my khutbahs. Then they will know their duties towards their Waqf Now children. And especially the khutbah I delivered in Canada in 2016 about Waqf Now, that should be widely spread and distributed to the parents of the Waqf Now children. Right? Okay, now what do you say?
We have some questions to ask, beloved Huzoor.
Your turn will come at the end, if there is time. Okay? Yes.
Beloved Huzoor.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
My name is Quratul Ain Mahan. My question today is, our missionaries gain an incomparable amount of knowledge by attending Jamia Ahmadiyya. As an Ahmadi girl, I would also like to gain such knowledge. Can Huzoor please advise on how can we also attain such a level of knowledge?
So incomparable knowledge, they get it from the Jamia Ahmadiyya, and you girls are deprived of that knowledge. That is your question. Huh? Yes?
Yes, Huzoor.
Achha. So, those countries who are now well established, they have started Aisha Diniyat class for girls, and Hafizun also. So in their classes, girls are also getting education with regards to their religious knowledge, and also at the same time they are memorizing the Holy Quran and becoming Hafza. So when Mauritius Jamaat is well established, although it is established, but I think you're still lacking the resources. So when you have enough resources, I hope some training courses will also be started for girls here in Mauritius, because it is difficult to send you out to any of the international Jamia. There is no, although also at the same time, there is no international Jamia Ahmadiyya for girls. So for the time being, you have to increase your knowledge by reading yourself and struggling hard for obtaining that knowledge, right? So I'm sorry that for the time being we cannot make any arrangement for you, but still you can increase your knowledge by reading the books of the Prophet Messiah Islam and the other Jamaati literature, right? Okay, next.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, beloved Huzoor. My name is Hibbatul Wari Sudari. My question is, once in conversation with my friends, I told them that it is written in the Holy Quran, Allah did not create anything in vain. Then they asked me, so why did God create annoying creatures like lizards and cockroaches? At that time, I didn't know what to say. Beloved Huzoor, please guide me how I may give a satisfactory answer to my friends.
Achha. As you have said, Allah has not created anything in vain, useless. Nothing is useless. Even scorpion is used for making medicine. Whenever you get any disease which is because of the poison, then scorpion medicine is used for that. Even a medicine is also made from snakes. For instance, those who have hay fever or pollen allergy, for them lachesis is the homeopathic medicine which is used for the treatment. And lachesis is also made from the poison of a snake. Some medicines are made from the insects and some other creatures which we think are useless, but they are good for heart diseases. Even lachesis is also used in the heart diseases. So there are quite a number of things which we do not know what is the purpose of them, of those things. But Allah has created everything for some purpose, and none of His creature is useless. Or you cannot say they are just Allah Ta'ala has created them for nothing. They are all useful for humankind. Some of them, sometimes, although are they dangerous, but at the same time, they are useful. One of your boy asked me why Allah Ta'ala created dinosaur and then it vanished after some time. So I told him that now you are using the fossil fuel from the old animals and dinosaur and also those things. So you can tell your friend, Allah has created everything for the betterment of humankind, for the best use of those creatures for good of the human being. Right?
Yes, Jazakumullah beloved Huzoor.
My name is Khala Sudan. My question is, how can we acquire the love of Allah, and how will we know that Allah is satisfied with our deeds and actions?
You see, if you always obey what Allah Ta'ala has said, then you can acquire the love of Allah. Right? There are quite a number of commandments in the Holy Quran. Hazrat Masih has written, there are one place it is 500 or 700 and one is 1200. So if you follow all those commandments and injunctions, given to us by Allah Ta'ala, then we can attain the love of Allah Ta'ala. Right? And even at the same time, Allah Ta'ala has said that the purpose of your being is to worship Him. So if you are properly worshipping Allah Ta'ala and following His instructions and commandments, then you can attain the love of Allah. Right? Secondly, that how can you know that Allah Ta'ala has forgiven your sins? Yes? This is your question?
How will we know that Allah is satisfied with our deeds and actions?
And your deeds and actions. When you are following all those commandments which Allah Ta'ala has given to us, and you are a true believer and following the true teaching of Islam, then Allah Ta'ala says, I am happy with you. So if you are disobeying Him, Allah cannot be satisfied and happy with you. You see, even if your children, those who follow your instructions, you love them more than those who do not follow. Right? So the same thing is with Allah Ta'ala. If you follow Allah Ta'ala's instructions, then Allah Ta'ala will be happy with you. Right? Okay. Next.
Beloved Huzoor, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Assalam.
My name is Ulibak Salma Noor, and my question is, when our parents scold us or punish us, we sometimes say, why is this world created and why should Allah allow these things to happen? So what can we do to prevent these types of thoughts? Jazakallah.
You see, first thing is that your parents should not punish you on small things. They should not scold you on small things. Right? Some petty things. They should, you see, politely and kindly advise you that you should do this and do that and behave well. And if you are disobeying all the instructions of your parents and putting them in trouble, then sometimes they punish you. If you are not doing your studies and even doing some bad things, then obviously you will be punished. But on small petty things, they should not do like this. Allah Ta'ala, even Hazrat Masroor has said that I don't like that parents punish their children on small and petty things. Even they should tolerate each and everything of their children and pray for them, that Allah Ta'ala reform them and remove their shortcomings and problems, right? So first of all, parents should pray to Allah Ta'ala that Allah Ta'ala make their children well behaved, good, pious, and obeying the instructions and commandments of Allah Ta'ala. So this is the first thing. Then if in any case, if we think that they are right when they are punishing, then we should also, now you are grown up, you should also realize that Allah Ta'ala has not created this world just for creating this world, or nothing is in vain. But there are some people who do not understand and follow the instruction of Allah Ta'ala. So first thing is that your parents should not behave like a senseless person. Secondly, especially for the girls, they should not punish the girls. I don't like the parents should punish the girls. They should punish boys more than the girls. If they do like this, then you will be happy. Right? So, when you are well behaved, nobody will scold you. You cannot blame Allah Ta'ala why He has created this world. Human beings should be of such a standard that it goes beyond the level of the angels even. Right? if every person realizes their duty towards Allah Ta'ala, then of course you will see your parents will not punish you, even show anger to you. So in this way, if you are following all the commandments of Allah Ta'ala, I think nothing will happen like this. So if you are only blaming your parents, you should also see yourself that are you obeying all the commandments of Allah? And even after that, if your parents are still not happy with you, then we can say the parents are not good, but children are good. Right? But, okay. When you become a parent, then you should use this lesson for your children. Right? One day, inshallah, you will be mother. When you are mother, then you take care of your children in a proper way so that they become the good asset for the community.
Yes.
Okay, next.
Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum, beloved Huzoor.
Assalam.
My name is Kais Fariha Banu. My question is, normally we do our personal dua in sajda. However, if we forgot to ask something specific and that we have just finished namaz, do we have the right to do dua after saying salam?
You see, when you go to seek help of somebody and go to his house and you wanted to talk to the person for help, and you do not talk about your required thing before him, and you come out from his house and say, "Oh person, help me." So it is senseless. The prayers are actually that shows that you are in the presence of Allah Ta'ala. Allah Ta'ala has told you that when you are in prayers, you are close to me. And especially when you are in the posture of sajda, that is the closest condition of a person when he is close to Allah Ta'ala. So instead of asking whatever you need or saying to Allah Ta'ala whatever you require, instead of doing that during sajda and during prayer, when you say Assalamu alaikum and then after that you raise your hand, that is nothing. See, that is a tradition evolved by non-Ahmadis. But we say that whenever we are in the presence of Allah Ta'ala, we should say everything to Him. Not that when we leave His house or when we leave His company, then we ask prayer for Him. Although Allah Ta'ala is present everywhere, and you cannot say that we have left Allah Ta'ala or Allah Ta'ala is not present while we are out of the condition of the prayer, the atmosphere of the prayer. But at the same time, there is a special time given to us by Allah Ta'ala that when you are in prayers, offering your prayer, then you seek my help and say whatever you like from me. So when you forget one thing, then this is why you have 5 daily prayers. Then the next prayer you can ask the same thing from Allah Ta'ala. Right?
Jazakallah, Huzoor.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, beloved Huzoor. My name is Arifa Hussaini, and my question is, how does the Nusraja scheme work exactly?
Nusraja scheme. You see, when Khalifatul Masih Salis, the third Khalifa, was on his visit to the African countries, during his visit in the Gambia, Allah Ta'ala revealed to him or put this thing in his heart that he should start a scheme in which the help of the poor people of Africa should be catered for. And he started that scheme, and he gave that scheme the name Nusraja Leap Forward scheme. So that scheme is to help the poor people of Africa in their education and to help the poor people of Africa with regards to their health problems. And this is why he started opening hospitals and schools in African countries. This is Nusraja scheme. And if you become teacher or doctor, you can be sent to any of the African countries. Even Mauritius is also among African countries. But here your conditions are better than quite a number of other African countries which need you and need your help. Right?
Okay. Jazakallah.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू। प्यारे हुजूर,
अस्सलाम।
मेरा नाम सना मनगदी है। मेरा सवाल ये है कि अहमदी लड़कियां जब कॉलेज जाती है तो घर से दुपट्टा ले जाती है, फिर स्कूल में क्लास में निकाल देती हैं।
You see, there is a mixed school of boys and girls.
नहीं,
नहीं,
सिर्फ लड़कियों का है।
सिर्फ लड़कियों का है। और अगर सिर्फ लड़कियों का स्कूल है, then if they remove their head scarf doesn't matter. अगर टीचर भी लड़कियां औरतें हैं और लड़कियां ही हैं तो पर्दा तो सिर्फ स्कार्फ और हिजाब तो सिर्फ मर्दों के सामने है। अगर वहाँ से स्कूल जाके उतार देती हैं तो इट डजंट मैटर। ठीक है,
शुक्रिया।
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, beloved Huzoor.
Assalaam.
My name is Nazir Sudan. My question is, Huzoor, at school we often take pictures with our non-Ahmadi friends, then they post such pictures on social media without any bad intention. Huzoor, what should we do in such cases?
You see, the one thing is that you should try to avoid getting your pictures taken with your fellow friends if you are a mature person and you are doing parda. You see?
Yes.
But if you yourself take your pictures with your friends and then ask them that they should not put this picture on social media. You can request them, they should not put it on social media. Right?
Yes.
If you are an Ahmadi girl who is observing parda and wearing hijab, so they should avoid these pictures done by any of your fellow friends. Right? And even if it has been taken, then they should not put it on social media.
Yes.
Right? You can request them, you can ask them, no problem. I think if they are your good friends, they will honor your request. Right?
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, beloved Huzoor. My name is Hadia Kausar Sani, and my question is, how do we get to distinguish if a dream we've had is from Allah or if it was just from our subconscious which made us saw that dream?
You see, a normal person sees 4 or 5 dreams during the night if you have a good sound sleep. That is what the psychiatrists say. Right? Sometimes some dreams are such strong ones that when you see those dreams, you realize that they are from Allah Ta'ala and they are going to be true in my lifetime, or even they seems to be true. And if you see any verse of the Holy Quran in your dream that has some meaning, then it's a true dream. If you see that somebody is saying that you should not pray, that means it is from Satan. It is not a right dream. You should not follow those things. And sometimes when you see there are so many things happening in your day-to-day life, and during the night time when you are sleeping, all those things they come out from your subconscious and then they take the shape of dream and you see them. So they are not the true dreams. So those dreams which are true dreams and real dreams, they have some meaning. And if they do not understand the meaning, their interpretation is, not very easy. You can ask somebody who can better interpret them, that what are the meaning of these, what is the meaning of this dream. So then they will let you know. And even, you see, as it is written in the Holy Quran, that the king saw a dream of 7 cows and 7 ears of the wheat and all these things. And he asked about that dream from his people who were scholarly people, and they used to interpret the dreams. All of them said that no, we cannot understand it. It is just something which is in your mind, and then it come into your dream. But later on, Hazrat Yusuf interpreted it, and that came true. So every person cannot interpret the meaning of the dreams. But sometimes some of the dreams which are very clear, sometimes some of the dreams are very complicated, and sometimes some of the dreams are just with regards to your day-to-day life. And that dreams are just normal, ordinary dreams which you see, and they are not from Allah Ta'ala, and they are not real dreams. They are just the things which were in your subconscious, and they came out during your sleep time. And then you saw the scenery of those things again, because you were thinking on those things during the daytime, or some time ago you thought of them. Right?
Beloved Huzoor, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alaikum salam.
My name is Amtul and my question to Huzoor is, it is said that in Hadith that a person who drowns becomes a shaheed. Why is it so, and does it apply to everybody?
You see, the person who is shaheed, the person who dies of the stomach illness is also shaheed, and there are so many other categories of shaheeds. Because this is what the Holy Prophet ﷺ has said, and it might be because while drowning, he might be struggling hard to save his life and he could not. This is why he might be seeking Allah's help and forgiveness, but ultimately he drowned and died. So Allah Ta'ala may forgive him, but the main thing is that he should be a mu'min. He should be the person who is obeying the commandments of Allah and is a good believer. Not that a kafir who does not believe in Allah Ta'ala and then while drowning he says, "Oh Allah, save me," then no, he is not a shaheed. Right? The condition is if you are a good believer, and then if you die because of you have drowned in the river or somewhere in the water, then of course Allah Ta'ala says, yes, you are a shaheed. Right? But the condition is that you have to be a good believer. Right? That is what the Holy Prophet ﷺ has said.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah, Huzoor, beloved Huzoor.
Islam.
My name is Madiha Bashir Tuju. My question is, drugs is being spread to a large extent in our schools nowadays. Some students are even selling drugs at school. What advice can Huzoor give us to protect ourselves and our children against this? And is it possible for Jamaat to build our own school?
Yes. Normally, it is everywhere in the world nowadays. This is a big mafia which is causing all this problem. They are utilizing school children to sell their drugs. they give them a small amount of drug in the beginning, free of cost. And when they get addicted, then they ask them, okay, we shall give you these things free of cost if you give us some favor and sell these things for us among your fellow students or other people. So, you see, the society is now completely corrupted. There are no morals in the society. They don't care what they are doing with their children, with the children of the nation. So everybody is now selfish. So we should try to let our children know that these are the bad things, and we should avoid the company of those students or those people who are doing these bad jobs, right? So this is the only way that we have to be very vigilant, keep eye on those people, and then whenever you see they are doing this, admonish them, advise them, and also the main thing is to pray for your children that they are not involved in such type of habits. So it's very much difficult. Even governments are against it. So if you come to know about some person who is destroying the life of your children, then you can inform the concerned authorities to take action against those people, right? So the thing is that we have to be watchful with regards to the behavior of children and their day-to-day activities. And then pray for them as well, that they are not involved in such type of habits. Okay? Right. Next.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, Pyare Huzoor.
Assalam.
My name is Inaya Royman. My question to beloved Huzoor is, when we have attained a certain spiritual level, what can we do to ensure that we persevere from there and not fall again due to weaknesses?
You see, for that you do istighfar continuously. You seek Allah's help. Beseech Allah that He helps you. And fervently pray to Him that once you have attained this status, you should not lose this status. You should not fall back. Right? Right? And do istighfar continuously, permanently. And offer 5-time daily prayers. Allah Ta'ala says that daily prayers are the best source of keeping you away and keeping you safe from the bad deeds of the worldly societies. Right? So, you seek Allah's help and offer 5 daily prayers. And while you are praying, pray fervently with regards to your present status which you have attained. And always remember, whenever any bad thing comes into your mind, always think that before you start thinking of doing that thing, that Allah Ta'ala is watching over you. Your every deed and action is being watched by Allah Ta'ala. So this is how you can save yourself. And at the same time, as I have said, you do istighfar. Right?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, beloved Huzoor.
Wa alaikum assalam.
My name is Saima Afzal Dargai. My question is, in the Holy Quran, Allah Ta'ala said, "And we sent you not, but a mercy for all worlds." So my question is, if there are other creatures on other planets, how are they benefiting from the Holy Prophet, Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam?
You see, we can say there might be some life in some other universes and planets. and where we do not have access as yet, right? But Allah Ta'ala has said that the Holy Prophet ﷺ is Rahmatul lil Alameen. So, he is mercy for mankind, for the known world or the habitation of this planet, right? When the other part of the universe or some other universes come to know about this world, if they have connection with us, then, of course, and when the message of the Holy Prophet ﷺ reaches them, then he will also be mercy for those people. And we shall have to behave well towards those people, not that we destroy them or usurp their rights or do not behave well with them. Right? At present, he is the mercy for mankind for this present world. Right? For this world which we know. And if there are some other worlds, then, and whenever his message reaches there, he will also be mercy for those people.
Okay. Yes.
Right?
Jazakumullah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, beloved Huzoor.
Islam.
My name is Madiha Hadi Bagilu. Beloved Huzoor, my question is, I learn violin at school as it is an obligatory subject, and the marks obtained are counted in my overall results. My teacher asked me to buy a violin to get better practice. What advice can beloved Huzoor give on this?
If it is compulsory for you to use it in the school, you only use it in the school. No need to bring it at home. Right? At home, you should concentrate more on your prayers and other good things which can increase your knowledge. Violin is just nothing for you. It will not help you to increase your knowledge, nor help you to improve your brain capabilities and capacities. Nor it will help you to help the poor people. So you should try to gain that knowledge which is useful for yourself and for the human being and for your religion. Right? If you are trying to play that, it should only be in the school, not in the house. Right? Right? Okay. And in charge, Saiba, what do you want to ask?
My question is, there are some Waqifat now who need to confirm their works, but when we contact them for any program, they do not respond at all. And even when asking them if they wish to continue with the Waqf, they still do not respond. What will Huzoor advise about those Waqfi now?
Those who do not want to get in touch with you, then give them the last warning that if you do not want to contact us, then we are going to report your case to the center that your name should be removed from the list of the Waqfat-e-Nau. Then you send their report to us and then we shall remove the name of those Waqfat-e-Nau. Right? Those who do not want to continue their Waqf, then they can leave, no problem. There is no compulsion.
Yes. How can we encourage Waqifat now who have already confirmed their works to observe full parda? And what should we do if some Waqifat now post photos of them on social media?
You see, you make them realize that their duties, since they are Waqfat-e-Nau, they have to obey the commandments of Allah. And parda is also one of the commandments given in the Holy Quran, that you should be modestly dressed. Secondly, observe parda when you are mature. So, being Waqf-e-Nau, Waqfat-e-Nau, they should, instead of following the worldly things, they should like more or even practice more the commandments of Allah or the things which their religion teaches them. Let them realize it. Once they realize it, then it's okay. You see, they have done Waqf. Their parents did the Waqf. And after that, they renewed their bond to be Waqfe now. Once they themselves have filled the bond that they will remain in Waqfe now scheme, then they have to follow those things or rules and regulations and abide by them which have been given to them and which are required from them by Allah Ta'ala, which are clear commandments. And parda and modest dress is also one of them. Okay? Okay, now time is over. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum.